All right, so here we are entering June, and this sneaker is getting praised for Sneaker of the Year already. And I'm like, what? Sneaker of the Year? What are you guys talking about, man? But honestly, this is one of those sneakers that I really think that we should be talking about in this video, primarily because we have it right here, but a couple other reasons that we'll get into. We have the Air Jordan 4 in the military black colorway. And I wanted to show you guys these, give you guys kind of my thoughts on them, talk about Sneaker of the Year a little bit, and then get into some history behind the colorway, because this is the military black colorway. And obviously it's a nod to the Air Jordan 4 military blue colorway, which is an OG, but do we know why it's called military blue? Like, that's the part that I want to kind of dig into a little bit. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. Hope you guys enjoy. Hey, what is going on, guys? Hes here. Hopefully you're having a good day out there, and thank you guys for stopping by. This is one of those days that is kind of important. Obviously, Memorial Day, a military-inspired sneaker. Thought it was a fitting pair to do a review on this channel today. So drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to my channel and you guys enjoy the content. And if you're already subscribed, pat yourself on the back. Thank you guys very much for being a part of my group. I don't know. I don't have a name. I don't know. It's been 10 years and I don't have a name. Collectors, my little collectors out there. I got nothing. Anyways, this is the pair that's generated a ton of hype. Now, the release was something that came and went, and it left a lot of people salty because they didn't get a pair. Supposedly like 90,000 pairs dropped, I think, on sneakers or something. I don't know if it was total dropped. I honestly don't look too much into the numbers, but it's one of those colorways and shoes that is very desirable. And I'm like, there's a Jordan Retro every single week. What makes this one so much different than all of the rest? Now, I'm saying that tongue-in-cheek a little bit because, I mean, honestly, these shoes are straight fire. I'm saying that from a perspective of somebody that loves sneakers, loves simple colored sneakers, as well as loud colored sneakers, but this one has such a classic vibe to it, and it's kind of like a reimagination of the military blue Air Jordan 4s. And honestly, I did a video on years ago, and the military blue Air Jordan 4s, in my opinion, is the worst colorway of the original 4 colorways that dropped. You guys leave a comment and let me know what is your favorite original colorway of Air Jordan 4s, though, because there's some heavy hitters there. There's a fire reds, there's a white cements, there is the bread colorway, and then you had the military blues. Military blues kind of slapped a little bit different than these because this is such a simplistic colorway that can literally go with any fit. Like, I love the fact that it's like one and done sort of pair of sneakers. You get this one for the school year, for whatever it is that you're wearing it through the summer, and you can wear this with any fit, like pretty much if you have colored shirts, colored hats. I mean, this is the one that's going to pretty much go with everything. And it's an Air Jordan 4 model, which is usually one of the more coveted sneaker models amongst the sneaker people out there. But anyways, I wanted to dive a little bit deeper because I understand that this is themed after the military blue Air Jordan 4s, but I don't understand why they're called the military blue Jordan 4s. So I reached out to MJO23 Dan, asked him some questions, see if he knew. I reached out to a couple people internally at Jordan Brand to see if they knew what the history was. I'm waiting to hear back on some of the things, but honestly, I've been racking my brain on this for hours trying to figure out the source, because I thought I knew, and I was like, actually, I don't actually know. It's military blue. I assumed it was Air Force related because Michael Jordan, Air Force, it kind of makes sense. It kind of goes together, but the color of the blue doesn't look like the same color as the military blue because it's just like a little bit lighter shade than what they have there. So I don't know the true origins, and if somebody does have input on this or has a connect to get that information, leave a comment and let me know, and then thumbs up the comment if you guys have the correct one down there, because I've been really racking my brain again trying to figure out the answer. Anyways, MJO23 Dan, if you don't follow him, I'll link him in the description. He had a really good reply though, because I asked him if he knew the history of the military blue. He said he's not totally sure it's connected or inspired by, but he does know that MJ's dad, James Jordan, was in the military, the U.S. Air Force to be exact, and the uniform dress is blue, military blue. The service motto is also aim high, fly, fight, win. So of course, flying, air, fighting, winning, all deal with MJ. And so I appreciate him for reaching back out and giving us some insight as to what he thinks, at least, it could possibly mean. So I just got back from Shoeseum, and he doesn't actually know the origins of the military blue Air Jordan 4s either. So this is like a mystery that I think that is worth looking into. So Jordan Brand, give me the answer. Leave a comment on my YouTube channel. That would be amazing. Anyway, some words what Nike says about the black and white Air Jordan 4s. They don't actually use the words military. These were $210 at retail. Ouch, pretty expensive. But the size ranges is men's 4 to men's 18, so lucky for small and big footers out there. The Air Jordan 4 first took flight in 1989 as a more lightweight, breathable model compared to previous Air Jordan designs from Tinker Hatfield. Famously featuring its unique wings to allow for customized lace setup, the AJ4 is now back with all its special trimmings with an OG color blocking make up for the summer. Similar to the classic blue style from decades ago, this white and black Air Jordan 4 goes for a more neutral white, black and neutral gray palette that's ready for any outfit. And I went to size of my pair, and the box is really dope too. Flight, and it has paint splatter all over it, black and then silver. And then it does say Air Jordan 4 Retro, white, black, neutral gray, and I went with my 9.5. So this colorway, yeah, sneaker of the year, you know, it's too early to say. I called the AMM 3s as my sneaker of the year. As soon as I saw them released, as soon as I got my pair, I knew at that point there was no other shoe that was going to beat that shoe that released. And that one came out, I think, mid-year last year also. And that one still, towards the end of the year, maintained my top spot for my top sneaker of the year. So when people say that they think that this is sneaker of the year, they probably have that same mentality. And it's not necessarily the wrong mentality. I mean, here's the thing why this is a good qualifier. For one, it is an Air Jordan 4 that is a favorite model. It's a great colorway that is very, very wearable, and it's not a collaboration, meaning it's more widely available, but even as wide of the reach of the release, it still didn't satiate the palates for everybody that wanted the sneaker model, meaning there's a little bit of hype and resale behind this one. And anytime you have that type of like love and affection towards a base model of an Air Jordan sneaker, the reach is going to go a lot further than say like a Travis Scott 1 Low, which is going to be more in the resale realm and sell for a lot more money, but it's from a much, much smaller pool of people that can actually purchase that product. There's not a lot of people that will spend $1,000 on a pair of sneakers. There's a ton of people that will spend $300 on a pair of sneakers and wear them and happily wear them because they wanted to get this shoe. So I feel like that is a strong reason why calling it sneaker of the year might not be too crazy, honestly, because it really is that good of a colorway. Now, I did want to talk about the color blocking and everything a little bit and the materials on this sneaker. So I'm usually pretty hypercritical about materials, mostly because we know Air Jordan sneakers, for the most part, don't have high quality materials. They just don't go hand in hand because the cost of the materials and the construction of the Air Jordans are nowhere near $210. And so when you spend $200 on a pair of sneakers, you expect the quality material to be of a certain caliber, say like a New Balance. New Balance has amazing quality materials on the products that they release. And I would say that this is good. It's not super, super crazy amazing. I'd say it's like higher tier. I'd give it like maybe like an 8 out of 10 for Jordan brand leather quality and Jordan brand quality. An 8 out of 10 is pretty good, right? Like for a $210 sneaker though. Comparatively though, that like the Teddy Santis New Balance sneakers that released, like those things are crazy, crazy quality for like $200 or so. So those are better quality in my opinion than these. But I would say that for an Air Jordan, the quality is really good. And it's pretty thick cut. If you look around the piping, you could see the cut of the leather. It's actually pretty decent around the shoe as well. Also, something that I really like is that you have suede around the toe box of the shoe. I think the Military Blues had nubuck or something like that, but this has a suede, and I like the delivery of it. The leather on the upper is actually really good too. Now, I noticed there's two different types, at least on mine, maybe not on everybody's, but around the toe box and the mudguard of the shoe, all the way around the side panel, it's kind of like a white tumbled leather, actually up through the laces as well. But then you get to the top collar, and this is actually more of just a standard leather, I guess, for Jordan brand. It doesn't have the tumble to it, and it's not like it makes that big of a difference. But when you look at him in hand, you're like, oh yeah, this is different than this. And I don't know, again, if it's just my pair. Sometimes, and I've seen this happen for Jordan brand, they have some parts of shoes, like on one shoe, literally one pair, one is tumbled, and then on the other pair, it's not tumbled. I don't know how or why that happens, but in this case, this part is not tumbled on mine. Leave a comment and let me know if your guys' is. But color blocking fire. So the hits of black on the shoe is normally where we get that military blue coloring. So for the eyelets down here and then up at the top, as well as the back tab, the reverse side of the tongue, the Jumpman, behind the mesh on the sides and the tongue, the midsole and on the outsole, all of those little accents were normally blue. This colorway, it is black. Other than that, you have primarily a white upper and little subtle accents of gray where the wings that come up here on the sides for the laces at top and then around the toe box of the shoe. Also, the outsole has hits of gray on the front and the back of the shoe. And one thing that some people may or may not like is the Jumpman on the back instead of the Nike Air. For those that don't understand the significance of the Nike Air versus Jumpman, just a quick summary. The Nike Air is the original branding from the release from '89. After a certain year, Jordan brand actually became its own entity away from Nike, meaning it had its own logo and its own brandings. I want to say after like the Jordan 8 or so, they didn't have Nike branding on any of this stuff. It was just a Jumpman and Jordan branding. So when they brought out the retro of the Military Blues, I think in 2006 or whatever it was, it had a Jumpman on the back. A lot of the retros had the Jumpmans on the back until people saw the original colorways and like, dudes, why don't you have the Nike Air branding? Make it like the OGs. And then Jordan Brand brought back the Nike Air branding on some of the OG colorways, and primarily they only do the OG branding on the OG colorways, which is something I actually do appreciate. And Nike and Jordan Brand are still sort of counterparts, so they can have the Nike brand and there's no suing or anything going on because, again, they're still under the same umbrella. And I kind of grew up in the Beaverton, Oregon area, so there is actually a Nike headquarters, and Jordan Brand headquarters is in one of the buildings under Nike headquarters campus, for those that didn't know. But that's the reason why some people want the Nike Air branding back here, because it does look really appropriate on a pair of Jordans. However, it's just not the original colorway. I do like that they did a spin-off of an original colorway though, and this is where things can go through the roof crazy, right? Because this is a super clean colorway of an original spin-off colorway of the military Blue Force. But now I look at this and I'm like, dude, they could do literally every color of the rainbow, and somebody would want to collect every single color of that rainbow. I'm probably one of those people. But you could do a yellow version, a green version, an orange version, and replace the black accents with orange, replace the black accents with you name it. And they could literally have the entire color wheel of the same exact color blocking. And it's why Jordan Brand can continue to flourish. If you have a really good color blocking behind a model, I'm surprised they haven't done this 20 years ago, to be 100% honest. It feels like they've just only started to discover this formula in the last handful of years, where they're like, oh, they really like that color blocking. Well, what if we change the, the hue of the rainbow on it? And then people go nuts. I'm one of those people, so I get it. But anyway, I'm kind of hopeful that they do that, because I would love an orange pair instead of the black on this, and then just creating that rainbow. I'm like, okay, here's $1,500. I'll take every single one. But anyway, what do you guys think about the Air Jordan 4 military black colorway? I hate to say it, but sneaker of the year, at first I was like, come on, guys. Like, that's like ridiculous. Why? And then I'm like, oh, okay. I see why you guys are saying that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then you put them on feet, you're like, oh, man. Okay, like, these ones are, how am I going to make room for these in my garage now? Because I got to move a pair out and then throw these in the garage so I can actually have room, so I could actually just start rotating these in on a regular basis. It's that good of a colorway. The materials are pretty good as well. Why is it so exciting to see another colorway of a shoe that I have 15 other colorways for? Jordan Brand, you get me every single time, man. But that's where we are. Anyways, thank you guys for stopping by and watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I appreciate y'all for being a part of the channel. Drop a like if you guys did like the video and was somewhat informative to you guys. If you guys do want to buy a pair of these, I will link them in the description to like eBay. You can take a crack over there. Hopefully you can get them for a decent price. Hopefully these actually end up restocking in larger quantities, because this is one of those colorways I could just see a lot of people wanting to get their hands on, and hopefully people will be able to make that happen. But happy I got my pair of Dick's Sporting Goods 30 minutes after the drop. I don't even know. I ended up getting through the queue, secured a pair, and I was like, wait, okay, I'm going to get a cancellation. And then I got the shoes. It was nuts, but happy that I got a pair of them. But I appreciate y'all for watching the video. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, or I hate to say it, even TikTok, I'm actually starting to post content over there now. It's been like a long time coming, but I'm starting to do Reels and TikTok sort of stuff. So follow me over there. I'll link them in the description if you guys don't follow me. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. At this time, I think you guys should probably go watch Top Gun or something like that, because, Memorial Day weekend and stuff. Movie was pretty dope, though. I watched it with my brother. Definitely a fun watch. Anyway, appreciate y'all for watching. Have a good one. See you guys back for some more videos soon. All right, peace, guys.